In lesson 2.3, we're talking about slope, the rate of change. How much does a line go up and down versus left and right? One of the things we can do is if I have 2 points, as in number 15, 6 comma 1 and 8 negative 4, I can find the rate of change between those 2 points by using an equation, y minus y over x minus x. Subscripts just kind of keep the x's and the y's straight. So when I take the y coordinates, doesn't matter which one you pick. Let's say I decide to go negative 4 minus 1. And in the denominator, it'll be 8 minus 6. Whichever y value you start with on top, you need to use the same x value on the bottom. Negative 4 minus 1 gives me negative 5. Negative 8 minus 6 is 2. So that line between the points is going 5 units down for every 2 units to the right. Number 19 looks very much like 15, so we'll start it the same way. I'll take y minus y, 8 minus 8, over x minus x, 7 minus 1, and I get 0 over 6. Well, in a fraction, if you have 0 in the numerator, that means the whole thing is 0. If you have a slope of 0, what kind of line do you have? Well, you think about rise versus run. If the line isn't rising at all, what kind of line is it? It's horizontal. So anytime we have 0 for slope, that's a horizontal line. 27 offers a different twist to this kind of problem. They give us kind of 2 points, 6 comma and then an unknown r, and 9 comma 2, and they tell us that we have a slope of 1/3. Well, if I start by using my normal equation, y minus y, so r minus 2, and then in my denominator I have 6 minus 9, that gives me r minus 2 over negative 3. You look at our goal for the slope, it's 1/3. So if r minus 2 over negative 3 is supposed to end up as 1/3, we can think of that like a proportion. And if any time you're solving for part of a proportion, we can use means and extremes cross multiply. Negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. And then we have 3 times r minus 2, so that would be 3r minus 6. And now you can solve for r. I'll add 6 to both sides, which gives me 3 equals 3r. To move the 3 with the r, it's 3 times r, so I'll divide by 3. And then I have my unknown, which is r equals 1. Next, if we're talking about slope, we're also going to be able to graph the lines. In number 32, they give me a starting point and the slope. They want the entire line through it. Negative 3, negative 1 is where we'll start. And then it has a slope of negative 1/5. So if you think of rise over run, and put the fraction next to it, it tells you exactly where to go. We're going to go down 1 unit, and then 5 to the right. And then once you have your 2 points, you connect the dots, and you have your line of that slope. Last but not least, number 45. We have a line going through the point 3, 3 and perpendicular to the graph of y equals 3. We can start by graphing the point again, 3, 3. Now, if it's perpendicular to y equals 3, perpendicular, y equals 3 is a horizontal line, so perpendicular has to be a vertical line. How do we write an equation for a vertical line through 3, 3? Everywhere on that line, the x-coordinate stays the same, so my equation is going to be x equals positive 3.